Yeah, good.
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we ought to give all honor, praise, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rachakodash.
Shalom to the elders and apostle grade millstone who are well. All right, peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is the GMS Plaintables camp. All right, the Wilmington, Delaware branch. All right, and today we're gonna, prophesy, I guess, the downfall of this kingdom. All right, so can you get me Baruch 2:29 and Matthew 4:17?
God.
It's pretty much, prophesied that, we was going to come back. Remember who we are, our inheritance, all right? That we're the Israelites, the true.
Bro, I was just going into that. Okay.
Oh, yeah?
That's a spirit, yeah.
Yeah, so, you could chime in as well. But, you can start out with Baruch 2:29.
Oh, God.
God.
This Baruch 2:29, it says, if ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations where I will scatter them.
Yep. So when Yahushai is speaking, to preach this gospel to all the nations, all right, he's talking about mainly the Israelite foreigners, all right, who are scattered into those nations, all right. He's not saying to preach to the heathen nations, all right, not no Edomites, Elamites, all right, so-called East Indians, Japanese, Chinese, no. Only the Israelite foreigners who just happen to live in those lands, all right, because the Lord said we're going to be scattered on the four corners of the earth, all right.
You said 4:17?
God.
This Matthew 4:17, it says, from that time Yahushua began to preach and to say, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Yeah, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. All right, so this is the message that, Yahushua wanted us to preach to all his nations. Yahushua said, if we love him, we got to feed his sheep. All right, and that's what we do week in and week out, man. All right, no matter what the weather is, man. You got a tropical storm coming. All right, we're still going to come out and preach. All right, the scriptures say we got to preach in season and out of season.
Yeah,
all right.
And also it says in Romans 12:1 to present our bodies a living sacrifice unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai.
Yeah.
So obviously it's going to be some tests we go through, some temptations we go through, but we got to push through. Why? Because we're presenting our bodies a living sacrifice. We're not, worried about how we feel or what's really going on. Now we're focused on doing the will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai.
Yeah, you got certain camps and groups, hibernation during the winter time and things like that. Or you got a Jehovah Witness who preached in this same spot. They was here the other week. They wasn't here this week. Why you think? It's getting colder.
The week before, when we first came over, they weren't here either.
Yeah.
They popped up one time. Yeah.
Popped up one time. All right, you got some Edomite Jehovah Witnesses walking around.
Yeah,
right.
Some damn fucking missionaries and shit. Just walking around.
You don't see nobody, man. All right, you never know. All right, you could see a member of the hopeful elect walking through, waiting to get edified, man. All right, that's the reason why, we try to come out here whenever we can. All right, of course, not to be over righteous if it's like a blizzard or some shit like that.
Torrential rain.
Yeah, some crazy national disaster, tornado, but we make it a point that no matter what, we got to come out here and preach. All right, so that was it for that.
Yeah, and I got you something else.
Go ahead.
This Matthew 10:5, it says, this 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and enter into any city of the Samaritans, enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Yeah, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All right, and that's who this is for. All right, when I said how Yahushua was saying, feed his sheep. All right, read that again.
It says, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Lost sheep to the house of Israel. So that's a scripture that can prove that when Yahushua said, feed my sheep, he was talking about the Israelites. All right, not the heathen nations. Okay.
Yeah, and keep in mind, he said, go not to the way of the Gentiles, and enter and into any city of the Samaritans, enter ye not. Yeah, because again, when we go into these other nations, for example, you got brothers prophesying in these other nations, they're not there to wake up the heathen. They're there to wake up the Israelite foreigners who are there scattered amongst those lands. That's literally Apostle Paul, what he was doing.
Yep.
Literally, his whole mission was to go preach unto the Israelite foreigners.
Yep. And the beauty of it is, nowadays, we don't have to exactly go outside the country to Europe and the UK to do that. We have something today that's called the internet, all right, that allow, this word to get preached in all four corners. That's the reason why you have brothers, who follow GMS, all right, in certain European countries, all right, Asia, all right, the Caribbean islands, all right, things of that nature, all right, and that's how you know that, the Lord is dealing with our doctrine, man, all right, because you don't really see that with other groups, all right. I think IUIC had like some thing going on in West Africa or something like that, all right, but that group, man, is completely be going off, man. All right, go ahead. Is that it for that?
Yeah, I got you another one.
Yeah, go ahead.
God, this Matthew chapter 1 and 21, it says, and she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushai, for he shall save his people from their sins.
Yeah.
It says his people from their sins.
Yeah, Yahushai is going to save his people from their sins, all right? And when you go to the book of Romans, all right, it talks about, Yahushai, his people, according to his flesh as well. So you have to be from Yahushai's bloodline, which is, of course, the 12 tribes of Israel, all right? All related, all right? We're all related. We come from the same common, ancestors, so to speak, all right? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all right? That if you come from that line, specifically, you are the tribe of Israel. All right, not Abraham, Isaac, and Esau. That's completely different. All right, that's the seed of the wicked. That's the line of the wicked. All right.
Ishmael, one of the sons of Abraham.
Ishmael. Yep.
Scripture say just because they're a seed, doesn't mean they're all children. Not because they came from Abraham are they all children, but he was chosen by the seed. It's by the seed relation. So you can get that too.
But real quick. This Psalm 147 and 19, he showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Yep.
He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them.
See, and that's the proof right there. That's the proof in the pudding. All right, because the Lord, he only gave his law, statutes, and commandments to Israel. All right, the Israelites, to Jacob. All right, not any other heathens. All right, so it wouldn't make sense for a so-called Chinese man, a so-called Indian man to follow the law, statutes, and commandments because it wasn't given to his people. All right? It was only given to the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans of today, which are, the 12 tribes of Israel. All right? Well, you had something?
Get out Galatians, get Romans 9, 6 to 8.
God, this Romans This Romans 9 and 6, verse 6.
You can start there or earlier.
Con, 4, it says, Romans 9 and 4, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of the Most High, and the promises.
Look up
adoption. So as you can see, we just went into how, the covenants and the laws was given to the children of Israel. He also said, the brother also just read about the promises, all right? The promise that was given to Abraham, all right, which that promise was given unto Abraham, all right, through his seed, all right, Isaac, and then Jacob on down, all right? Those is who the promises of Yahweh Shemel was given to.
Yep. So the word for adoption within the Greek is Hawi Sia, that's a Greek word. It says the relationship which the Most High was pleased to establish between himself and the Israelites in preference to all other nations.
Yep, and you see that? In preference to all other nations. All right, so it was only given to the Israelites. All right, that's a perfect, read that again.
It says that relationship which the Most High was pleased to establish between himself and the Israelites in preference to all other nations.
Yeah, in preference to all other nations. All right. You know, the Lord said that the Israelites are above all nations on the face of the earth. All right. So he's not dealing with those other nations, man. All right. He's not dealing with the Edomites, all right, or anything like that. All right. You know, you read in the book of Malachi, the Lord said he hates Esau. So why would he be dealing with him? All right. Go ahead. Is that it for that definition?
Khan. So I can read it again. Romans 9:4, who are Israelites to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises.
Yep.
Whose are the fathers. Oh, it's like you want to.
No, go ahead. Keep going.
Khan. It says whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Hamashiach came.
Yep. The flesh, Yahushua came. All right, which his bloodline went back to who? Jacob. All right, go ahead.
Khan, it says, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Hamashiach came.
Yeah, and to be specific, Yahushua, who they ignorantly call Jesus today, all right, he came from the tribe of Judah. Okay, which the tribe of Judah would be the so-called American Negroes in America. All right, go ahead.
It said, who is over all, Most High blessed forever. Amen.
Yep.
You get the picture of the Lord.
Yep. Yeah, and that's a representation of what the Lord looks like. Of course, that's not exactly, all right, you know, who we look like. It's just a representation, all right, because you got some people who would say we have a graven image or false image. This is just a representation of what he looked like according to these scriptures, which you can bring that out too as well. Revelation 1:13. All right, this is the representation of Jesus. They say today. All right, you see the pale skin. All right, long hair. All right, you know, Cesare Borgia. All right, this is a false image. All right, we're not supposed to follow this image. All right, this is a more accurate representation of what the Lord truly looked like according to the Bible. All right.
Yeah, because this image right here is just a New Age image that was started from the Roman, the Roman Renaissance period, right? During like the 1300s, 1400s, when the Alexander the Sixth Pope of Rome, you know, basically set his son Cesare Borgia as literally the son of the Most High. So that's why they went ahead and put that image.
Yeah, that's where you get the term whitewash.
Yeah, whitewash.
But during that time period, whitewash.
Yeah,
because they would change the complexion and the shape of the images. The woolly hair, they would put more straight hair. You know, on the different European kings and noblemen of Europe, which are really our people.
Yeah, right. Let's go ahead and get that. This Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
And the hand of the wicked, all right, the wicked according to the Bible is the Edomites or the so-called white people of today. All right, starting with the elites. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, the elite national bankers who control all the money in the world.
Like Wilmington, that's where they register all the banks at, right?
Yeah, you got all the
world's companies. They register their companies in Wilmington, in Delaware, because they got no reduced taxes if they hire people in Delaware. So the businesses still have to pay taxes, but if they have write-offs, then they don't end up paying no taxes.
Yep.
So they register in Delaware.
Yeah.
You know, that's how all the rich, when you don't work a W-2 job, you got more of an advantage. You work a 1099 job or you're a business owner, you write your expenses off. So basically you can spend to upgrade your supply and have new equipment. That money go to your business and not to the government. So every year you can keep doing that. So you purposely make purchases to upgrade your equipment and you don't have to give it to the government. So that's how you continue the cycle. Like people do that with watches and cars.
Yep.
You ever see people like rich people that keep getting cars, wonder why they keep getting cars? Because they didn't spend enough money to write off on their taxes. So they buy a car so they can write off on their taxes.
Yep.
Well, that's how they stay rich. But you got to start the circuit by having your own business.
Right. Right.
God. So this Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Look up cover.
Yeah.
Hide, conceal.
And with that part, when it says you cover the faces of the judges thereof, what has Esau done? All right, he's where's that image? That
devil.
Yeah, the devil image.
But take away not 29, 22. That's not accurate.
This is the type of things that he's done. All right, the people who was over there and what's supposed to be our land. All right, the land of Israel. All right, the Israelis, little hats. All right, those are not the true people of the Lord. All right.
True people of the Lord are going to be suffering and poor.
They're
not going to be in the land right now. They're going to be suffering because we sinned against the Lord and He kicked us out of the land. So the way we're going back to the land, which the earth is going to expand. You know, we're going to have more land, more territory than a small little area like we had in the ancient world. But that little area is only the size of pretty much New Jersey. We're going to have more land. The Lord is going to reform the earth, rejuvenate the earth, so we'll have more land.
Yeah, we can get into that when we go back into the book of Baruch, the 2nd chapter. They actually, go into that. But that just proves it, man. All right, those people, all right, try to set themselves up as as Israel, all right, which that's completely false, man. All right, the Lord in the book, it says we're not going to be there, all right, during this time. Why? Because we're in captivity. All right, when you go in the book of Deuteronomy, all right, the curses, all right, how it says we're going to get taken to Egypt in slave ships. All right, when you, it's not talking about, of course, Egypt. You don't need to go from Israel to Egypt with a slave ship. All right, the Bible says that Babylon is also called spiritually Sodom and Egypt. All right, so it's talking about spiritually. All right, you gotta have the full understanding of the Bible in order to understand that. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so for the word for cover within Job 9 and 24, the word for cover, the Hebrew word is kasah, which means to cover, conceal, and hide.
Cover, conceal, and hide. That's exactly what they did with this image. All right, this is a false image. This is an image for you to worship Esau, all right, which is the so-called white man. All right, he wants to paint himself as the Most High. All right, as Yahweh Shema. All right, that's the reason that he paints over the faces, making it him. All right, certain noble figures, as the brother was saying back in the day. All right, paints it as a Edomite.
Yep. All right. Yep. But you got Mozart, you got Shakespeare, you got King James. They're all so-called black men. And what did Esau do? He completely covered their faces. Yep. And then what? Go on Google. You search up Moses, John the Baptist, anybody. I mean, what do you get? You get a so-called white man.
You get a man with pale skin image. Oh no, you good? Yeah, that's what you get. All right.
Yep.
So go ahead.
Also, to read it again, it says Job 9 and 24. Continuing on, it says he covereth the faces of the judges thereof. Yeah, and you got a term called Yep. It's iconoclasm. Slut. Which basically, when Esau did that, you got the Russian icons. He completely shattered, the images of our Lord. The statues and stuff. He completely took down the paintings of our people.
Yep.
And what? He completely just made Renaissance paintings of himself. So yeah.
All right.
God, this Galatians 4 and 28, it says, now we brethren, as Isaac was, are the children of promise.
Yep. Yeah. So read that again.
Galatians 4 and 28, now we brethren, as Isaac was, are the children of promise.
Right, which is talking about Isaac. All right. Who is Isaac's father? It was Abraham. All right, which the blessing got passed down unto Jacob. All right, it was supplanted unto Jacob. All right, people may think that Jacob went and stole the birthright from Esau, but it was always supposed to be like that. It was supplanted unto Jacob. Go ahead.
Verse 29, but as then he that was born after the flesh persecuted him that was born after the spirit, even so it is now.
Or you had the instance when Ishmael was mocking Isaac. All right, that's an instance. And you got, that's the micro. The macro is the heathen, Esau, persecuting Israelites, us, the biblical Israelites, people on this side. We're one nation, different tribes.
Yep.
It says, verse 30, nevertheless, what saith the scripture? Cast out the bondwoman and her son, for the son of the bondwoman shall not be the heir, or be heir with the son of the free woman. So then, brethren, we are not children of the bondwoman, but of the free.
Yeah, on a smaller sense, what the story was Ishmael being rejected. You know, the Muslims believe that's a mistranslation. No, that's the correct translation. Ishmael was rejected.
Yep.
So on a micro sense, so that's the actual event that happened. On a macro, on a macro sense, a bigger sense, is referring to the other nations cannot inherit the kingdom with us. We the only ones that can inherit the kingdom. As it is written, he shall save his people from their sins. That's specifically referring to us, not everybody in the world. And that's our people scattered throughout the world. That even married women of the other nations, because you are your lineage is according to your father, not your mother. All right. So if you marry a Chinese woman, an Arab woman, that child, the seed is going to be of the father. All right, not the mother. It's not both. Both don't count. That's the mother is just a look. Like my mother's dark skin, my father's a little lighter skin. I take more so after my mother. She's a little darker skin. All right. So a lot of times the child will take after the attributes of the mother. Right? So the father is according to the seed. That's your nationality, according to the seed of your father.
So to bring out 2nd Ezra chapter 5 and 27, and among all the multitudes of peoples, thou hast gotten thee one people, and unto this people whom thou lovest, thou gavest a law that is approved of all. And then it says, and now, O Lord, why hast thou given this one people over unto many, and upon this the one root hast thou prepared others, and why hast thou scattered thy only one people among many? Exactly. Because why? Because the Lord chose the nation of Israel among all other people.
He said he scattered us among them. He scattered us because we sinned against them and stopped worshiping the gods of the other nations. That's why we were scattered. All right? So we were scattered and we're serving punishment right now. All right? Meaning that the curse is that we were going to be poor and we're not going to have confidence, like self-confidence. You go basically look at everything and believe we can't accomplish something, we can't do something. You know, and that's the mental disease that plagues our people. Now again, this kingdom is going to be destroyed. You know, but average everyday confidence, like holding a full-time job. You got certain about people that stay on the corners, sell drugs, commit crimes. It's because we're under the curses. All right. But we stopped following the Lord, and now He gave us a way to be like wild, to be like beasts, pretty much. You know, on drugs, abusing alcohol, leaving the families, women in power positions, getting rid of the man out of the family. You know, so basically, it's like a cannibalistic type of situation that we're in. We're destroying each other, and that's because of the curses. Deuteronomy 28th chapter.
So to get real quick, the 2nd Ezra chapter 3 and 5th, and let's start at verse 13. It says, now when they lived so wickedly before thee, thou didst choose thee a man from among them, whose name was Abraham. Him thou lovest, and unto him only thou showest thy will. Verse 15, and madest an everlasting covenant with him, promising him that thou wouldest never forsake his seed, and unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac also thou gavest Jacob and Esau. As for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee, and put by Esau. So again, it says, as for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee, and put by Esau.
And the Lord is making it today all right, we're remembering ourselves who we truly are, right? Which you can get that in the Baruch, the second chapter.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, it says, and put by Esau, because when we read Romans chapter 9 and 13, it says, for the Lord loved Jacob, and the Lord hated Esau. So the Lord cast off Esau, which Esau is a so-called white man. Because when you read the prophecies, how Esau will be, I mean, obviously Esau will be our oppressors. Esau will be, our slave masters.
Adversaries.
Yep, our adversaries.
There's certain characteristics, of course, in the Bible that explains who he is. All right, physical. All right, his nature. All right.
Yeah. Also, within Genesis, it says how Esau was born as a red, hairy, like a red, hairy garment. Yep. So when we get that in Genesis.
Yeah, because
27.
We can get into that, all right? Because not only, you know what? Yeah, just get into it. We're gonna break it down. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it says Genesis 27 and 28 or 38, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Yep. Bless me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Yeah, because basically that's after when Jacob supplanted Esau. You know, and then obviously Esau came back, and he was trying to obtain his blessing.
Yep.
Just realizing that, you know, Jacob already supplanted him. So now he's crying and begging to Isaac for his blessing, you know, for a blessing.
Yep.
Come on. So it goes on to say, verse 39, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven.
Thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. All right, how is Esau living? All right, when you go to the rich neighborhoods of this kingdom, who do you mainly see in those neighborhoods? All right, Esau. All right, what has Esau done? All right, through our slavery, all right, he made himself rich. All right, that's the impact Esau has. All right, go ahead.
Subjugating Africa, different minerals in Africa.
Yeah. He goes into these different countries. All right, takes away their resources. All right, and makes it seem like, you know, he's helping them out or doing them a justice.
Yeah.
All right.
Because when we get real quick, Psalm 73 and 5, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men.
Yeah.
Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Yeah, because they're so proud that they're not in trouble as other men. They can do whatever they want around the earth, and literally there's no you know, problems that will happen on them.
Yeah, because when you read about the curses, who do you think about? All right, you think about our people. All right, you don't think about the little hats, man. All right, the JOOs. You don't think about them type of people, man. You think about our people. All right.
So it says, verse 7, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart could wish.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Whenever you know, because Jake always trying to come up when they trying to, you know, so-called live the dream. Who do they see? All right. You know, these different Edomites living it up in this society. All right. It's the Edomites who got all the resources, all the land. All right. The businesses. All right. If Jake coming up, he got a small business. What does Esau do? He'll buy you out. All right. He'll buy that business and make it unto himself.
Or it won't be as successful as Esau.
Yeah, or it won't be as
successful.
successful.
But it won't be as successful as Esau's business.
So
we're in the system. You can't be above the system.
Yep.
I mean, and then anyways, if Jake, you know, try to get on some level, I mean,
hey, sell out.
Yeah, you know, you got to sell out.
You can't be on Esau level and then remain with your regular morals and ideologies. You got to sell out.
Yeah, for example, well, you know, you got what's his name, Michael Jackson. You know, basically he was getting so high up there. You know, he was getting so high. You know, with I mean, well, it was coming to a point where he could easily buy out Sony. So what did they do? They completely destroyed his image. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, so that right there is proof that you can't be above Esau within this current society.
Yep. God. And what else? you know, let's say you are an aspiring artist, entertainer. What do they have you do to get to that next level? I sign certain contracts. All right, some stuff on the side with the elites. Every time you see a picture of Drake now, what do you see? All right, him painting his nails, him having something in his hair. All right, him doing some kind of
turning him out,
turning him out, doing some kind of feminine type of thing. And you know, what did he say? What does he say? We are toxic masculinity, and you got to be able to you know, do that and not feel no, man. All right, that's what they got to him. Yeah. Yep.
Man, wow, but they've been got to him, but
they've been got to him.
Showing externally. Man.
Yeah, now it's external. Now he's going to get to that next level. All right.
Might dye his hair blonde.
Yep.
One of the rituals they go through, they dye their hair blonde. If you got dreads, they'll dye the tips.
Yep.
Yeah, blonde.
Whatever.
Yeah, you'll see the you know, they'll come out to these certain events. They wear a certain type of clothes, certain type of colors.
Yeah,
all right.
Fucking dresses and shit.
Yeah, dresses. All right, things like that. All right, and that just shows you. And it's not that just become. Yeah, they think. Yeah, they think, I'm rich and you don't understand this, and you know, when you rich you do weird things. No, it's because as a Hispanic, so-called Hispanic, Native American or so-called black, all right, to get to that level, you have to do that, all right, or you're not gonna get that type of status in the society, all right.
Yep. So going back to Genesis.
If you, they started that from like the 50s and 40s, 50s and 60s, using the athletes, entertainers, to be the leaders of our people.
Yeah,
totally
yep.
Disgusting.
Like that.
No other group of people uses athletes and entertainers to be the leaders of their group. You know, but amongst our people, they use athletes and entertainers as the leaders and spokesmen of our group.
And notice how, you know, our people don't even take them serious. Every time, you know, an athlete come up and, you know, says something, you know, politically, what they say, shut up and dribble, or, you know, this and that, or that dude, Colin Kaepernick taking a knee, and, you know, things like that. They don't take them type of dudes serious, man.
Well, no more. They used to look up to them.
Yeah, they used to.
Because they used to use them as a propaganda tool.
Yeah.
You know, many of our people are still, you know, mentally, they're still in the matrix, as they say. So they'll look at a record, somebody that produces records, and try to emulate, you know, that lifestyle. But then you have others, you know, there's another element amongst our people that move, they still wrong, they're moving away from those puppets that have been set up to lead our people astray. You know, so our people are still divided. Certain people that still follow these people, the other segments of our nation that reject what they say. But they still don't have the truth because they're not listening to us, because we have the truth. It's not in any of those athletes or entertainers. It's not in being a free thinker. It's in following the teachings of the prophets. Right? We're telling you the truth. That's how you're going to get delivered in the last day. Right? Not in no damn athlete, entertainer, or philanthropist, or intellectual, college,
activist,
PhD. All right? They still don't have the truth either. Or you're being a free thinker, thinking what you want. That's going to lead to your destruction. You got to believe in the scriptures as we teach you, because the Lord sent his prophets to teach you, not for you just to understand it by yourself. He sent a certain group of men that have knowledge to teach the rest of our people. Because you're not going to understand the Bible on your own. You're going to need somebody to teach you.
Yep. And I got something real quick.
Yeah,
this 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and 26, for ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called, but the Most High has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
Yeah, short. Regular went to the block when I'm short. It used to be 20 years ago, I was regular height.
Yeah.
You know? But now since these damn dating apps and this damn women empowerment and feminism gotten our people so fucked up in the head, now I'm fucking short now. All of a sudden. All of a sudden I'm fucking 5'10", I'm short now. Now you gotta be 6'1" to like 6'9" to be qualified for dating or a relationship.
But
the Lord gonna get rid of all that. Thomas Jacobs trouble comes, the Lord gonna get rid of all that shit. Alright? So the Lord didn't choose those guys, didn't choose the athlete, didn't choose the intellectual or philanthropist to get the truth. He delivered it to the meek, the humble, the regular Israelite, that's the so-called black man, Latino, Native American, he gave that knowledge to us.
Yeah.
That's not successful, highly successful in this world. All right, he gave it to the meek and the humble. All right,
Yeah.
so now you got to come to us to get the truth. You can't go to LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, the rich black Latino billionaires.
Fucking Kendrick Lamar,
Kendrick
Kodak
Lamar,
Black.
you can't go to them. Well, what's some of them Puerto Rican singers, rappers?
Bad Bunny.
Dominican,
Yeah,
Dominican
Bad Bunny.
dude.
You
Yeah,
got
You can't go to them. They don't
Faruko.
have the truth. Yeah, they just entertainers. They the worst people, some of the worst people in the world to go to a damn athlete or entertainer. All right, they're good at making you have a good time. All right, and loosening you up. You know.
Yeah.
If you want the truth, salvation for your soul, for your family, for your stomach, because the famine is going to come. The city is going to be cut off. All right, the neighborhood is going to be partitioned into different blocks and sections. You're going to be in a damn line getting the damn chip put in your arm. All right, that's Revelation 13th chapter. All right, the chip, the R3 microchip, mark of the beast. All right, so to escape that, the knowledge didn't go to them. The knowledge came to us.
Yep.
The what you might call insignificant. All right, the ones that weren't chosen by the world. All right, we weren't chosen by the system, by the populist vote. All right.
Yep. And we're not out here, with crazy uniforms and combat boots and making everything look fancy.
Yeah, we got rags on, like the Bible speaks.
Yeah, just like the Bible speaks.
Wearing rags,
All right.
sackcloth. All right, not garments of costly price.
Yeah, suit and ties and shit. You know,
Yeah,
tuxedos.
Yeah, the Lord didn't come like that. The Lord came poor, rough. You know.
All right, people
Not
want to.
trimming his beard sometimes. You know.
Yeah, it says what? John the Baptist, he was a rough man. You know, he was dwelling in the wilderness. You know, he had on rough garments. He was eating locusts and honey.
Wild locusts and honey. Yeah.
Yeah. And people don't like how we come here giving you it raw. All right, they don't like the way we say things and the way we break down certain things, but we got to break it down like that. The Lord was an austere man. All right, he wasn't out here trying to sugarcoat and be soft and things of that nature. No. All right, he gave it to you raw and 100%. All right, and us being like followers of Yahweh Shai, all right, we come in that same type of spirit, man.
Like
Not being a politically correct so-called.
The soft spirit comes from this guy. That's the soft guy.
Yep.
Just the head right there.
Okay.
All right. That's where this comes from. You being nice, speaking. Of course, you cordial with the people, you know.
Yep.
But when it's time to turn up, you turn up. Verbally, I'm referring to. You know, and you give the information how it's supposed to be given, as it is written. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up that voice like a trumpet, and declare to your people their sins and transgressions. All right. It don't say come to them very nicely and calmly because you might hurt their feelings. You know, the Bible don't say that. All right.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is the spirit of be nice to everybody. Cesare Borgia, which is a man that lived in the late 1400s, where he was painted to be the new image of the Lord. All right. This is the Borgia family. Cesare Borgia.
Yeah.
Right? This guy right there.
And really, man, this image right here is completely effeminate because when you go into Cesare Borgia's history, well, he was a complete sodomite. He got Leonardo da Vinci. You know what I'm saying? He committed incest with his sister. So this right here is the complete opposite of the Lord, and it's a complete abomination.
Yep.
Let me get real quick. 2 Corinthians chapter 1 and 6, or chapter 11 and 6. But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge.
Yep.
But we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things.
Yeah, and people don't understand, the way, we have to break this down. It's not really a nice way we can say it. How are we going to say, if you don't repent, you're going to get destroyed, all right? It's not really a nice way to say that. All right?
Some people just don't like the tone. But again, those people are not of the elect. We're really not even concerned with them.
Yeah.
If you don't take the word as the prophets delivered it to you, that means you reject the Lord. That the Lord is the one that's shouting at you. We're just vessels. The Lord is shouting at you, telling you to clean your life up so you'll be a fit vessel for salvation. But if you don't take heed to our teachings, you're not a fit vessel for salvation. All right. If you're involved in other religions, all right. If you're involved in Islam, the Kemet community, your own philosophy, the Lord going to destroy you. He's going to do away with you. All right. Yep. The Lord not dealing with you. All right.
Yeah, and you know, these people don't understand that, you know, a lot of these different groups, you know, they speak like that just to have a large congregation and things of that nature. All right, the Lord is only dealing with a remnant. All right, a small number.
Right. We're not here to gather the masses of people. Only the Lord's elect. Because most of our people are going to be destroyed. They're going to be reborn in the kingdom. They're going to be reborn in the kingdom. All Israel are going to be eventually saved. But there's a penalty that they're going to pay here in Babylon, America, for not taking heed to the words of the prophets, which is the word of the Most High God and His Son, Yahweh. All right?
Yeah.
As it's written, all Israel shall be saved. The deliverers should come out of Zion and turn transgressions away from Israel. But they're going to die in their sins. Then they'll be reborn in the kingdom.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In their right minds. Right?
Yeah.
So going back to 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and 27, it says, but the Most High has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and the Most High has chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty, and the base things of the world and things which are despised.
Yeah, we're weak. We're weak. We don't have strength like relative to like an athlete, right? On a high level, I mean. You know, we don't have weapons. Right? Yep. We're subject to whatever happens. Whatever happens, happens. We're covered by spirits around us that's protecting us from any harm. You know, different opposition comes up, like a Muslim come up, we can totally decimate him with the scriptures. When Muslim come up, trying to convince us of his bullshit. Or a Christian, a fake Christian, they're really anti-Christian, antichrist. The real Christians are the Israelites. Yep. We're the real Christians. We're the authentic Christians. So we actually follow the teachings of the Lord. The Christians, the so-called black Latino Christians, they're following the Christianity from slavery, from the plantation. Plantation Christianity. That's what they're following. Right? The servant shall obey his master. Right? So we can subjugate us. You know? Our masters are are in line with the scriptures.
Yeah.
So those are the masters that we follow if you're in line with the scriptures.
Yeah, man.
The so-called white man is not in line with the scriptures, so we're not supposed to follow him.
Yeah, because you have certain Christians, you know, we'll read a precept, they're like, hold up, what book are you reading? You know, they don't think we reading the Bible, man, with the certain precepts we bring out, man. All right, which we read, of course, the King James version, all right, 1611, all right. That's the translation that we read, all right. Certain other ones, you know, go off, all right. Some can give you a little bit clearer understanding, but the main book you should be reading is the King James 1611 version, all right. For English, yeah. Kind of.
So it says 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and 28, and base things of the world and things which are despised hath the Most High chosen, yeah, and things which are not, to bring to naught things that are.
Yeah. Simple words, like go to Acts the 13th chapter. Simple words, all right, can confound all of the knowledge that a Christian or a Latter-day Saint, which we're the real Latter-day Saints. Like, come on, like they use these names and it's not authentic to their organization. Yep. The latter days is right now. We're in the days right now. The saints are the Israelites. Those are Utah dude. What's the other name they have? Mormons. The Mormons. They changed the name to the Latter-day Saints. We're the Latter-day Saints. We're the real Latter-day Saints. We're the real Christians. You can bring this out and totally confound the Mormons. Read that. 13.
Acts chapter 13 and 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Niger, and Lucius of Cyrene, and Manasseh, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch, and Saul.
Yeah, key word nigger. The word nigger means black. It's Latin for black. So the world teaches you that the apostles, that the Lord taught, then the Lord put to death and resurrected, and they wanted to go out and teach the other Israelites that was in the area, right? That were involved in different Greco-Roman customs, like homosexuality, sacrificing them to Zeus, Hermes, all those gods. So the apostles went out to go teach the rest of the Israelites that were scattered, that forgot their identity. Right? Like we call ourselves black and Latino today. That's the name that was given to us. They think they're black. They think they're Puerto Ricans or Dominicans or Native Americans. They're not calling themselves Israelites. That's the same thing that was happening back then. The Lord taught the apostles, and they went out to go teach Israel to bring them back to who they were. All right. So the key word was called a nigger. Nigger means black. When you look up the word in the Latin, it means black or dark-skinned person. Really, it means a dark-skinned person. They were called nigger. All right. Back then, there was no color discriminant. Like 2,000 years ago, there was no such thing as color discriminant. Color prejudice.
Yeah.
That's something new during these later times. But back then, there was no color prejudice back then. All right. So when it says, read that again.
Acts 13:1, it says, now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers as Barnabas and Simeon,
which is Peter, Apostle Peter, right?
That was called nigger.
Okay? Because nigger, it means black, literally it means black person or a dark-skinned person. So we know the apostles, that's just one scripture. So we know the apostles that were taught by the Lord were all dark-skinned people from the tribe of Judah, mainly they were from the tribe of Judah. All right? They don't really say all the tribes that they were from, but they were from the southern kingdom. All right?
Yeah.
Which is Judah, Benjamin, Levi. But I know Peter was tribe of Judah.
Yeah, and I got the word real quick. Yeah, so for nigger, the Greek word is literally neger, which means black, of Latin origin, meaning black.
Black, or referencing to a person like dark brown skin. You'll say black as like a blanket term. It's really dark, very, very dark brown skin. And different shades of brown, because our people come in different shades.
Yeah.
Right? You go to, did you finish off on Esau?
Nah, we still gotta get the sword part.
Yeah, let's finish that up.
The blessing. The so-called white man's blessing. All right, Esau, the so-called white man. That, again, those are terms that we used to use in the 50s and 60s. So-called, that's what the people call us. But it's not our actual identity. It's so-called black, so-called white. There's no such thing as a black person or a white person. So-called white man is pale, lacks pigment. So-called black man is different shades of brown. All right? What? Blessing?
Con. Genesis 27:39, and Isaac his father answered him, and answered a son unto him, speaking to Esau. Isaac speaking unto Esau. It says, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
It's America. Esau stealing shit around the world.
And of the dew of heaven from above. And by the sword shalt thou live.
And by the sword shalt thou live. Okay, that's Esau, that's so-called white man's blessing. The sword represents a weapon. Okay, that could be machine guns, bombs, propaganda. Okay?
Yeah,
so weapons. That's Esau's, the so-called white man's blessing, weapons. That's how he subjugated the world. Weapons. Which is bombs and guns. Alright? Yep. That's his blessing. That's his main blessing.
Yeah.
The sword. What?
Verse 40, and by thy sword shalt thou live.
So he's going to live by it. So that means he can't even move forward with progression without bearing a weapon. To read how Esau gets progress, the so-called white man gets progress, is by the weapon.
Yep.
Okay? And the modern day weapon is bombs, jets, missiles, and guns. That's his blessing. That's his number one blessing. Without that weapon, Esau would be still in the damn cave. He would still be subjugated by the darker nations.
Yeah, when
if he didn't have the sword. The sword that's what pretty much made him give the ability to expand to the new world, more land, they can have more sex and expand their population, and they were given the blessing of vengeance also. Because the whole our punishment was, because we stopped worshiping the Lord, was to a base man to be risen up to be the man okay, to be the greatest man on the planet. That's our curse. Because the so-called white man is nothing. But he was given power by God himself, by the Most Yahweh, his son Yahweh himself. The only way he can get this powerful is by he was given that by the Lord. All right? Give me the scripture where it says about Satan. Only way Esau can get this power, not because he's so fucking intelligent, and we're not so stupid, is because the Lord put us down and raised Esau up. Job also. Satan said, if you worship me, I'll give you all the kingdoms of the earth.
Yep.
And then he said, then another place where he said he set up on the basis of man he set up. So I mean, it's not Esau, the so-called white man is not smart. He didn't come up with all these inventions because he's so smart. Because it was ordained by spirits in the spirit world, by the Lord. Huh?
A lot of inventions.
He can have it. He can have it because our kingdom is supernatural. Okay? Our kingdom is not carnal. Okay? Our kingdom, we're going to have like power. We're going to be 10, 12 feet tall. You know? We're going to be looking like so-called Olympic athletes in perfect health, no sickness whatsoever. Perfect teeth, not any balls. Okay? Perfect health, perfect skin, perfect eyesight, like a damn eagle. You know? That's our blessing. So Esau can have his damn blessing. He can have his inventions. You know? Even though we supported all
10, arising apart, for this is not your rest.
So yeah, arising in the part, but this is not your rest. All right, we're supposed to detach from this world. All right, you know, certain things that you may have cared about in this world, you gotta be willing to give it away. All right, because what Esau does is he uses certain things of what you care about in this world in order to get you to do something. All right, throw you off. Especially like, for example, you know, that's a way of control. Like if Esau's trying to control a certain celebrity or something like that, he's going to use his weakness. If his weakness is women, all right, he's going to use that to his advantage. If he's addicted to a certain drug, all right, he's going to use that to his advantage. All right, you know, that's just the type of things Esau does. He's very wise in the left hand side, all right, in wickedness. All right.
It says, John chapter 12 and 25, he that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal.
Exactly, because if you love your life on this side, all right, all the stuff that you work for, all right, is going to be destroyed. All right, but we hate our lives, man. All right, we hate being in slavery under Esau. All right, we hate Esau. You got IUIC saying they don't hate Esau because Esau feeds them or some bullshit like that, man. All right, that's how you know they took the bag, man. All right, we hate everything in this society, man. It's not anything, you know, besides the brothers, of course. You know, it's not anything in this society that's worth living for, man. All right, you know, if it comes down to it, you know, brothers is ready to give our lives for this truth, man. All right, we out here right now on you know, presenting our bodies as living sacrifices for this word. All right, coming in all different types of weather. All right, you know, people coming up, hating us, scoffing. All right, wanting to do physical harm to us. All right, but the Lord said He was gonna, of course, you know, protect us. All right, give us that hedge, give us that, you know, that invisible force field. All right, to allow us to come out and preach this word. That don't mean that we're not gonna catch hell and go through things. All right, but at the end of the day, the Lord is still keeping us protected. All right. I don't know. It's deep in there, but yeah, I think you good. Yeah. All right, but yeah, was there any more on that? Or are we still on Esau's blessing?
Yeah, but we can go back. So this is Genesis chapter 27 and 40. It says, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Yep. And wait, read that again.
Con, it says, verse 40, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
That's not talking about you know, right now. All right, I was talking about during the time of 70 AD, you know, of course, when we was ruling over Esau. All right, but it came to a point where Esau, all right, he took over, all right, and, you know, that prophecy has already passed, all right? That's not talking about now, all right?
I believe that was during that was before 70 AD. That was during David's time. I believe.
Oh, God.
Esau, or after David, when David subjugated the Edomites, but there was a certain time point period when the Edomites got liberated from under David.
God.
So it's two different prophecies right there in that.
So you know, it already passed. All right. Okay, watch this. It's like in the fence. Yeah. Probably just wanted to take a step forward, so we're doing. Yeah, make sure we cover this up. Yeah. So, what was more on that, or?
Genesis 25 you're going to go to, or?
Yeah, let's go ahead and go to Genesis 25 now.
Mm-hmm.
So it said Genesis 25 and 21. Yeah, it says, and Isaac entreated the Lord Yahweh for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord Yahweh. And the Lord Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Yep, that's the Lord, you know, pretty much giving that prophecy. All right, he's talking about 2 nations. Those 2 nations is you know, Israel, all right, and the nation of Edom. All right, go ahead.
It says, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
Yep, and the elder shall serve the younger. So it's going to come to a point where Esau, all right, who was the firstborn, all right, is going to serve his younger brother Jacob. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, that right there is prophecy, man. So eventually that will happen. That will be fulfilled. Eventually.
Yep.
So it says, verse 24, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment, yep. And they called his name Esau.
Red all over like a hairy garment. All right, that's because he has a lack of melanin. All right, you know, when you have a lack of melanin, all right, you can see the blood through your skin. All right, so that proves that, you know, Esau is coming. That's a characteristic of who the Edomites are. It gives you a clue. Right?
Yeah, and also it says red like a hairy garment. It doesn't literally mean that Esau came out, you know, hairy and shit. Mm-hmm. Back then, you know, basically the ancient people used to dye ram skins red. So, you know, basically when they compared it onto a hairy garment, it was just, you know, basically a garment that was dyed red, but, you know, just animal skin.
Yep.
Yeah, so in other words, he's saying that he was a red color.
Yeah,
like the animal skin.
Yeah,
red color. Yeah.
So it says, verse 26, Genesis 25 and 26, and after that came out, and it says, and after that came out, it's like it says, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
Yep, go ahead.
And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter.
Yep, cunning hunter. All right, when you think of hunting, who's the first nation of people you think of? All right, Esau. All right, you think of the typical Edomite. All right, got a gun in every room, every crack and crevice. All right, going into hunting deer. All right, all camouflage. All right, smelling like duck piss and shit like that. All right, who do you think of? You think of Esau. All right.
Yeah, you got, you know, Esau with that damn elk whistle. You know.
Yeah,
doing everything. Yeah.
So Isaac was 60 years old. Yeah, Isaac was 60. So 80 years old.
Oh yeah.
He was up there.
So Rebecca was older too then.
Yep.
So Rebecca he married her when he was 40.
Yep.
So he had them when he was 20 years later.
Nah.
So yeah.
Yeah. But it goes on to say, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents.
Yeah, Jacob a plain man dwelling in tents. When you think of Jake, you think of, something simple. All right, Jake, come home from work, hop on the game. All right, Jake eat an edible or some bullshit like that. Jake, Papa's woman. All right, Jake, he's a simple man. All right, plain. All right, go ahead.
Verse 28, and Jacob loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob.
Yep. So it shows you that Isaac actually favored Esau and Rebekah favored Jacob. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, like the game, yeah.
It says Genesis 25 and 29, and Jacob saw the pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom.
Red.
It says,
yep.
And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. What profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore unto him. And he sold his birthright unto Jacob.
Yeah, so he sold his birthright. It wasn't just like, Jacob came and stole it. All right, Esau was dumb enough, all right, to sell his birthright, for a little bit of food, man, for a morsel of meat, as the scriptures say. All right, which shows you that, that's another characteristic of Esau, all right, being impatient. All right.
Yeah, that's why when you see this whole society, it's completely geared towards impatience. You got your microwave, you got your cars, you got your factories. What are they doing? They're completely destroying the whole planet Earth.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You got these fucking phones with 5th-generation technology. So everything's quicker.
You got
fast.
What's it called? DoorDash, all right, delivery apps.
Yeah, microwaves. Yep.
Yeah, microwaves. All right. Even though really, it's better if you were just to heat it up in the oven or things of that nature.
Yeah, on the stove.
Yeah, but for the sake of convenience, all right, people would rather eat unhealthier food and things of that nature.
Quick food, yeah.
Yeah, cooked food, frozen dinners, kid cuisine and shit like that.
Yeah. So, hey man, this scripture right here basically goes to show you that the characteristics of Esau. He basically wants things quick, and he doesn't care about the disadvantages.
Yeah, consequences.
Yeah, and the consequences.
Technology. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. What's it called?
Yeah, like the cobalt mining in Africa, they're using to create the batteries that they're trying to switch to electric. They pretty much slaves. If you go look at documentaries online, they got them. I believe they Israelites mining them damn fields for the metal, the metals for the batteries.
Yeah.
They got them in pretty much in damn slavery. Even though they got the leaders of the country, they putting their people in slavery to meet quotas to the Esau.
Yeah.
That's what Esau does. The colonialism. He'll go into a country and then make the leaders sell out and subjugate the people and put them in slavery to get their mineral resource out the earth. Esau gonna pay for all that. Yeah, good.
Yeah, kind of.
So it says Genesis 25 and 34. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright.
Yep. So Esau, he gave it away. All right. You can't be mad at Jacob for taking the birthright. You gotta be mad at Esau for selling it. For a little bit of food, man. All right, a piece of meat. All right, because Esau's his impatient type of nature. All right, Esau is so carnal. He only thinks about the moment. He doesn't think past anything else. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, Khan. So that just goes to show you. All right, it's clear as day. Who the Edomites are. All right, according to the scriptures. All right, a lot of people want to look past it and try to, give him the benefit of the doubt and the white man is Japhet and things of that nature. But no, all right, that's completely going against the scriptures. All right, if that's the case, then who's the Edomites? All right, because it's prophesied that that Esau would be a certain way during this time. He would have the fatness of the earth. All right, the earth is in the hand of the wicked. All right, which the wicked. All right, pursuant to, of course, Malachi, the first chapter, goes into who the wicked is. All right, which is Esau. Another name for Esau is the border of wickedness. All right. Go ahead.
So, yeah, to get it again, Psalm 73:1, it said, "Truly the Most High is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart.
Yep.
But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
Yeah, go ahead.
For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men."
Yep, and that's talk about the Edomites, man. All right, you got a lot of Jake who's envious of what Esau got, with certain resources and things like that. He don't got to struggle like we do. He don't go through the curses like we do. All right, so you see a lot of Jake, who sell out. All right, and things of that nature. All right, you got a term back then, called Uncle Toms and things of that nature. That was pretty much, like the so-called or the sellouts today. All right, because them dudes would go back. He's pretty much had Esau wrapped around his hand in order to get a little bit more benefit over, the regular Jake that was in slavery. All right, go ahead.
It says, Psalm 73:6, "Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment."
Yeah, and Esau is the most prideful man on the planet Earth. All right, and Esau hasn't gotten any type of power or leverage over anyone if it didn't come to using his sword or being violent. All right, when Esau came and came to the new world, how did he get this place, man? All right, through slaughter. All right, how did he get the upper hand over the Native Americans? Through the Gatling gun. All right, so Esau is showing his blessing, all right, which the Lord blessed him the sword, as we read in Genesis, all right, the 27th chapter. All right, go ahead.
It says, Psalm 73:7, "Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish."
Yeah, have more than heart could wish. All right, when Jake, looking out, when they say, "Oh, you live in a dream," what you got? All the cars, all the clothes, all right, all the women, all right, things of that nature. And who has that? Esau. All right, because why? He has the fatness of the earth, all the earth's natural resources. All right, I believe it's they said America's the most country who gets the most imports or something like that.
In one of the countries. I mean,
One of the
China's
countries.
big too.
Yeah.
Imports in Singapore and Brazil, South Africa, places like that. But manufactured goods, real America really doesn't produce, relative to what they used to produce. It's more so of a consumer country.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? Damn, Esau, he got all the oil, he got all the gold, he got all these natural resources loaded up, and just like what the brother was going into, Esau is able to take from, these other nations like cobalt, lithium, basically all these special resources, and hey, again, Esau is able to exploit these other nations, literally to take everything.
Yep, exactly. All right, go ahead.
Psalm 73:8, it says, "They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily."
Yeah. All right. Every time, you got a Jake who, talks about how we're in slavery and things of that nature. you know, Esau was like, oh, well, you know, that was our ancestors. Or it was like, oh, well, black people have all these different benefits and this and that. And, you know, trying to play down, you know, the type of slavery we face, the type of, you know, discrimination and prejudice we go through on a day-to-day basis. He tried to play it down. All right. And Esau's good at, you know, oppressing you and, you know, having you feel like, you know, you're not oppressed. All right, that's one of the tactics.
That's one of his forms of witchcraft.
Yeah,
witchcraft is like it's deception.
Yeah.
He'll sleight of hand. He'll basically say because he personally didn't do it, that he's not responsible for it.
Yep.
Well, if that's a fact, then there should never be a slave revolt from any country ever, because the original people that enslaved the people now are not responsible. It was their great-great-grandfathers.
Yep.
But that shit don't even make sense. You inherited everything your father inherited, so therefore you're responsible.
Done.
Right?
Yep. And you know, as a reparation, you know, so-called reparation, you're not going to give Jake, you know, a percentage of your land or percentage of, you know, shares of the business or anything like that. All right. You might give him a job, give him minimum wage. All right, but that's the most you're gonna do. All right, because Esau wants to keep, you know, our people at a low estate, a low level. All right. You know, we're not gonna be able to build it up through our own means. You know, Jacob's tried that. All right, Black Wall Street. All right, what was it? The Tulsa. They made one in Tulsa,
Oklahoma. Yeah.
Yeah. And what did Esau do? He tore that thing down, man. All right, because once Jake showed a little bit of independence, all right, Esau didn't want that.
That was overt racism.
Yep.
Now it's covert. Now they don't do that really no more. They do it covertly.
Yeah.
So you can't prove it. You know,
yep.
It's hard to read it. The script says ways are movable.
Yeah.
Find that ways are movable, so they can't know them. All right, so you can't say, oh, I was discriminated against. Well, you don't know because you can't prove it most of the time. All right.
Yep.
That's why, you know, if you want to qualify for a loan, the best thing you can do is just have the proper qualifications. All right, because you can't prove that they're being discriminated against you, and that's not really even the worst thing, being discriminated for a loan. The worst thing is not being properly educated on who you are. Not that you don't meet the requirements for a loan, or you did meet the requirements and they still rejected you. That's discrimination. Yeah. But the worst way is not telling you who you are, right? That you're an Israelite from your respective tribe, all right? And that you do have the mental capacity to learn and to understand and be aware of how, you know, systems work, how the scriptures work first, how the scriptures work, how who the Lord is going to come to save, and our role in world history. You know, that's what you got to learn first. Everything else after that, you in the matrix. All right, so you got to qualify for certain things, and other things you're going to be discriminated. You're going to face discrimination. Yep. All right, the best thing you can do is just do your very best, you know, to follow the law and try to get an advantage. All right, yep. Try to get an advantage. All right, but most of Israel, they're still under the curses heavy. Now, we're under the curses too, but we're not under the curses like they're under the curses. They're still fucking ignorant. That's the advantage we got. We're not ignorant anymore, so we're able to move a little farther. You know, but then we can't move so far because we didn't sell our soul to Satan. So we still within the confines of the proverbial matrix. All right, and we prophets of the Lord. We ain't supposed to be that high anyway. We're supposed to have a happy medium where the prophet's supposed to be at. We ain't supposed to be really high, and we ain't supposed to be really low. Give me also where it says give me neither poverty nor riches. So that's a balance that we're supposed to have. But 2/3 of Israel, they destined to either be successful or to be fucking doomed. All right, or to be in the middle somewhere, you know?
Yeah,
but the most important thing is that they get the truth, they get the understanding of who we are and where we're going.
Yeah, but to add on, you know, the scriptures say how a false balance is an abomination unto the Lord. So it's always a balance, you know, within this truth. It says Proverbs 30:8.
Switch speaking. Let him hold on, brother. You speak now.
It says Proverbs.
You want to wrap up at 30 minutes?
Well, you want me to just read it from your phone, or?
Yeah, I guess.
30:8.
Yeah.
This is the book of Proverbs 30:8. It says, "Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny thee, and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my power in vain."
Wait,
yeah, so you ain't supposed to be a bum another way. You ain't supposed to be working at fucking McDonald's and Wawa and shit. Well, Wawa, you get like $15 an hour. That's still pennies, but you ain't supposed to be working in no fucked up ass job. If you got the knowledge, you know, to deliver yourself from like extreme poverty, you know.
I mean, within this truth, you know, the Lord. Not only, you know, do we receive, you know, knowledge, of course, from the scriptures, the Lord also, first and foremost, the knowledge of the scriptures is the backbone to everything. So, you know, having the knowledge of the scriptures, we're able to be wiser, you know, to walk within this world. So, I mean, obviously, you can use certain things that are within the scriptures and apply them, you know, to the world. In a sense, as Paul said, you know, use the world, but don't abuse it.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, don't get a damn record deal and then be a damn fucking singer. We ain't telling you to do that.
Yeah.
But if you go work for a record company, be in the fucking background. You know, don't be out in the fucking front.
Yeah.
You know, the scriptures also say make you friends with unrighteous mammon. That don't mean you go be a fucking rapper. Okay, that means if you're gonna be doing something within a certain field, be in the back. You know, don't be in fucking public. You know, as an artist or in the front, like be in the back as an engineer. Something like that, or a fucking janitor.
Or like, you know, certain jobs as well we tell brothers to stay away from, such as, you know, working with law enforcement.
Yeah, law enforcement, yeah. Or like if you want to work with law enforcement, like fix their damn cars.
Yeah.
Like be a mechanic, a contractor with the law enforcement. But don't be a fucking cop.
Yeah.
Be a contractor that maybe fix their buildings or janitorial work or a mechanic. You know? Yeah, we also don't be out in the front as a damn, you know, sworn officer. Yeah, sworn to uphold the Constitution and shit. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah.
Yeah. We also have, you know, don't advise brothers to go in the military or you know, things like that.
Okay.
All right.
You know, now you can contract with the military.
Yeah, contract.
Yeah. We had a brother, he ain't in the truth no more, but I think he had a contract with different bases or whatever. He would go clean for them with all that.
Yep. Yeah, so what's certain things, you know, you could do.
He's actually military.
All right. You know, of course it's a balance, you know, don't be over righteous, but you know, with certain jobs that you should definitely stay away from. All right, because it could interfere with this truth. All right. So
yeah,
read
exactly.
Read that precept again, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so exactly, you know, within this truth, we're basically supposed to present our bodies as a living sacrifice unto Yahweh Shah. You know, being out here in the highways and byways, putting ourselves out there on public, you know, putting ourselves out there on the internet. But you know, when we're in the world, you know, kind of, you know, walking within the world, you know, we gotta work. I mean, obviously, you know, you gotta practice being hidden.
Personal life,
You know, like
personal life and your work life and the true ship separate.
Yeah, you know, you shouldn't be connecting. Oh, you know, I'm an Israelite. You know, you be wearing fringes to your work, to your job and shit.
Yeah, man. I be you know, at my job, you know, at certain warehouses, I see Jake with the shirt fringes on and you know, things like that. You just making yourself a target, man. All right. Yeah,
well, it was that one IUIC member who, you know, slept with that the T, you know, the TRANNY.
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I believe it was IUIC member.
I think I heard.
You know, and then basically they killed, you know, that guy after, you know, he slept with he found out, he killed him, and then, or not killed, or something happened.
Assaulted.
Yeah, assaulted or whatever. And you know, the only reason why they found that individual was because he had the fringes on. You know, he had fringes on his shirt.
Oh,
yo, that's disgusting.
You see, man, yo.
So he had the operation, I'm assuming, or he just is gay. He did it in his ass.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's, you know, just allegedly. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's yeah. If you look like a dude, well, they get the surgery really good now, especially if you Asian or Latino, the surgery can be really good. If you black or Edomite, it's less effective. But if you like Latino or Asian, surgeries can be really good. Or if you got like softer features, surgery can be really good. So I don't know if the dude was a sodomite or he just got discovered and he did that, then he assaulted him. I don't know. We don't know. But that's the strange shit that happened when you out there, you just promiscuously having sex. Got to be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can read that again.
Yeah, this Proverbs 30:8, it says, remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. Lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my power in vain.
Yeah, and you know, within the Lord's Prayer, it says, give me my daily bread. Give me this day my daily bread. Right? So, you know, it's nothing wrong for brothers, you know, to have, pretty good job. You know, it's not like we're supposed to be making damn $9 an hour, you know, suffering, you know, because why? Because, what? You know, we got to pay our bills. We got to pay, you know, the internet to upload these videos.
Children.
Yeah, you know, we got to pay for our car, you know, to drive to camp. So, so obviously we got to be sustainable. You know, some brothers, they got families. They got to take care of their families. So, you know, obviously there's a balance. You know, Lord's not dealing with any false balances, man. You won't have time to serve the Lord. You know, obviously your focus won't be focused on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
Yeah, kind. You know, you're supposed to be on camp on Saturday. You know, you say you can't make it because you got a business meeting.
Right, yeah.
Or, you know, something like that.
You got to schedule all that around the truth.
Yeah.
Your business and your personal life. You got to schedule that. You got to have the truth first and then do your best to schedule everything around that, around the truth.
Yeah. And then some jobs, they require you to work a Saturday. Right. You know, it's one brother in GMS Holland. I believe it's the head brother. You know, he was basically saying how he was you know, trying to get into this one job. You know, basically they require him to work a Saturday. And then, you know, basically they said, okay, you know, you basically
every other Saturday. Oh.
Yeah, you know, every other Saturday. You know, if he could basically do that, and they said that, well, hey, you know, just come back, you know, when you change your mind, basically.
So yeah, that's how it gotta be sometimes, you know. You gotta turn down certain job opportunities, you know, for this truth. But at the end of the day, you know, you can't just look at it like, you know, this truth is a burden or anything like that, because, you know, you doing that, the Lord can bless you with a different opportunity. You know what I mean?
Right. There's more than one show in town, you know. I don't know if it was every other Saturday, but for the brother. But you know, don't have tunnel vision when it comes to jobs, man. They all very similar, you know. Some of this better than others, you know. Just don't get tunnel vision on one job, one position.
Yeah, and again, you know, it's gonna be temptations within the truth. So there's gonna be some sacrifices you gotta make for the sake of Yahushua. So
yeah. Like, you know, good example, you know, me, I used to play, you know, basketball, college basketball. All right, I had to stop because, you know, my plan was to go overseas, go pro, but I knew that was going to interfere with the truth. All right, so it might be certain things, you know, you working towards, you know, when you come to the truth, and you got to choose the truth, and you got to choose your career, or, all right, or maybe a certain type of business.
Yeah, you got to be rooted around it. You got to be rooted around it, because you can have an instance where, and this happens to people that fall out, you know, then they might try to go back and mend the wounds they had suffered in the world, try to get their life back, you know, and it's possible they could get their life back, but you gotta think whether you, if you really believe, whether you're successful in the truth or not successful in the truth, you're not gonna, well, technically, if you're unsuccessful, then you would have an incentive to go back into the world, but you got to be rooted and grounded, all right, no matter what disagreements you have with brothers. You have to believe, continue to believe. All right, you agreeing or disagreeing with a brother doesn't give you the right to go back into the world. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, you got to believe. You got to be rooted and grounded no matter where you are, who you with. All right.
God. Give me the one precept that says, I'll just read. Let me see if I can find it.
What did I call for before?
You called for movable.
Yeah. No, his ways are movable, that thou canst not know them. Read that real quick.
Gun. Were you talking about Proverbs 5 and 6?
Probably. His ways are movable, so thou
It says
canst
her
not...
ways are movable, that thou canst.
Yeah, her ways are... Yeah, read that, yeah. Proverbs 5. Read 5 and 5.
Proverbs 5 and 5, it say, her feet go down to death, her steps...
Doctrines, different doctrines. Go ahead.
Yeah, it say, her feet go down to death, her steps take hold on hell.
Yeah.
Lest thou shouldest ponder the path of life, her ways are movable, that thou canst not know them.
All right, yeah. I mean, they change, all right, and you can't, that's an attribute of Satan, too. He has many names, he'll move around, he'll change different laws, you know?
Yeah.
Basically, the doctrine is deceitful, like the world, like different religions, different ideologies, laws, they'll move, they'll change, so you can't figure out their next move against you.
Yep. And also, you know, you got a term called fight fire with fire, you know, and you know, basically Esau does that even to us. You know, basically starting with one west, of course, you know, you had, and then, you know, on down, you know, you had Elder Apostle Har, you know, you got Great Millstone. But then these other camps, you know, you got sold out leaders now. You know, they might come with a little bit of truth now, you know what I'm saying, with the you know, Israelite doctrine. But, you know, it's lies mixed within it. You know, you got, you know, like Bishop Nate, completely sold out, right?
Yeah, what'd he say?
Oh, he's changing the doctrine.
Yeah, changing the doctrine.
Ways are movable.
Yeah, being movable, so, you know, it can kind of apply to Jake. You know, so Jake, you know, will kind of apply, oh, yeah, well, you know, they're the Israelites. Nah,
that doctrine he got from Esau.
Yeah.
Or wicked Israelites from like 2,000 years ago. But yeah, that doctrine, that Esau embraces that doctrine of hell. The Jacob's trouble is not going to happen. Remember, he said that he's in Jamaica, I believe, or one of them islands.
Yeah.
He said that hell, there was going to be no Jacob's trouble. But then he said, he's saying he never said that. He said that. The Benjamin was trying to say, he was saying that there's going to be a time of trouble that has never been since there was man created or something like that.
Yeah.
And he said, no. So he changed the doctrine. And now he's saying, oh, no, I didn't say that. So he flipped again.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, also, you got this dude calling on Christ.
Oh, yeah. Change that up.
Changing up the name.
Yeah, Christ. Christ
call
Jesus.
the Lord whatever you want to.
Because it's in the Bible. Because it's in English. Why can't you break it down in English? Well, we did break it down in English. And we figured out that it ain't a real name.
Yep.
Jesus ain't a real name.
Yep.
It's not even a translation. And the damn straight ain't a transliteration.
Yeah, give me Psalm 106.
It's a substitute, pretty much just a substitute.
Psalms 106.
It's a made up word. I believe some translated as earth pig. Jesus. Jess or Jusus. Earth pig. Yeah.
Yeah, J meaning in the Greek earth. And then Sus, going back to the Latin, meaning dirty. You know, basically pig. Which that's really relatable to the Spanish word sucio, which means dirty, nasty.
Yep. You said 106 and 36, Psalms 106 and 36.
No, 47.
47. Oh, God. All right, this is the book of Psalms 106 and 47. It says, save us, O Lord, our power, and gather us from among the heathen, to give thanks unto thy holy name, and to triumph in thy praise.
Exactly, and our Lord's holy name is found within the scripture, or obviously within the Hebrew. You know, obviously within the time of the scripture, you know, was David calling upon Jesus and Christ? You know, basically all these new term words, or you know, all these new words and stuff. Now, obviously, King David spoke Hebrew, so he was obviously calling upon a Hebrew name. You know, you think when the Messiah came onto Paul, you know, you knocked Paul off his horse. You know, Paul was saying, "Damn, Jesus and shit." It says how Yahushua was speaking in the Hebrew tongue.
Yes,
Hebrew tongue. Yep.
Yeah, so, you know, it says how Yahushua is speaking in the Hebrew tongue, so you think Apostle Paul about to use a Greek name to refer to the Lord? Come on, man.
Correct, yeah.
So, yeah.
You want me to keep going or wait?
You can read it again.
It's the book of Psalms 106 and 47. It says, "Save us, O Lord, our power, and gather us from among the heathen, to give thanks unto thy holy name and to triumph in thy praise."
Exactly, because, you know, right now we're scattered amongst the heathen. Right now we're in the land of our captivity. You know, right now we're subject to the heathen. So what are we doing right now? We're praising the Lord's true holy name. You know, we're not calling upon the damn heathen names that our oppressors gave us, like damn Jesus, Christ.
I mean, because you got people who think that, you know, oh, it's the intention behind it, or because you got people who will celebrate Christmas and things like that and be like, oh, well, I'm not worshiping no idols, I'm just decorating a Christmas tree and giving out presents, not realizing that that's how you worship that idol.
Right.
All right, celebrating them certain pagan holidays.
Proverbs 30 and Jeremiah 10. Did both of those, yeah.
Yep.
What is his name? What is his, if thou canst not tell?
Yep.
What is his name? Is that Proverbs 30?
What is this?
Yeah.
Okay. What is his name and what is his son's name?
Proverbs
And
30
then Jeremiah
and
10.
4. Yeah, that's Proverbs 30 and 4. It says, "Who hath ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in the garden?"
Oh yeah, keep in mind this is sarcasm right here. You
Right.
know, like that one demon who came into the
Oh
camp
yeah.
last week. He said there's no sarcasm within the scriptures.
Yep. It says, "Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell?"
Yeah, so what is his name? What is his son's name? Thou canst tell. And when you go into the Hebrew, the Paleo Hebrew, you'll find out that the name of the name of the Lord, the name of the Heavenly Father, is a 4-letter Hebrew word, and the word is literally means Yahweh. That 4-letter word literally means as Yahweh. You know, it doesn't mean it doesn't read as God. It doesn't read as Jesus. It reads as Yahweh, which is a Paleo Hebrew term or Paleo Hebrew word.
Yep.
And then, you know, basically when you go into Yahushua's name, you know, when you go into the Hebrew, it's the same name as Joshua, which means Yahushua, which means he delivers, he saves.
Yep.
The Heavenly Father's name is Yahweh, which means he exists.
Yep.
He is. So when you actually go into, you know, when you actually research, if thou canst tell, you'll actually find out that the Lord's true name is in the Hebrew, the Paleo Hebrew. So that's why it's important to do your research and not just to listen to your oppressor. You know, you think your oppressor is going to give you the name of the Lord?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, if thou canst tell, we didn't come up with Jesus after that. What is his name? What is his son's name? We didn't say Jesus after that. We said Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, same name, Joshua, like the brother said, and the Lord had the same name, Yahweh Shai. Right? Now they try to hide it by throwing another "wa" in there, I believe, to distinguish the Lord's name and Joshua's name. No, it's the same exact name.
Yep.
Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
Right?
It's the book of Proverbs 18 and 10. It says, "The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe."
Yeah, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. You know, and within Jacob's trouble, you know, we're gonna see. So, you know, within Jacob's trouble, we're gonna see what names actually is that strong tower. You know, you're gonna have millions and billions of people calling upon the name of Jesus, or you're gonna have the true elect calling upon the true name of the Lord, which is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Not no damn Jesus.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to go into the original language. You know,
Yep.
the original language is going to give you the proper name, not the made up name.
Yeah, that our slave masters gave us.
Right.
You know, the first slave ship was called Good Ship Jesus.
Yeah, while because the so-called white man has a cognitive dissonance. He believes that subjugating, enslaving, and beating the shit out of people is righteous.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what he believes that's what the book teaches. The book don't teach that, but the book taught that you were to punish us for not worshiping the Lord no more. That was the so-called white man's will. That was his mission, to punish us for disobeying the Most High. All right. Now, just because the so-called white man punishes doesn't mean he's the sons of God now. He's still the wicked. He was just the rod that punished us.
Whipping stick.
Yeah, the whipping stick.
Yeah, I mean, what?
Give me that in the Psalms too. It says, go ahead, speak.
Yeah, I mean, also it says, Yahushua said, you know, basically offenses are going to come in the world, but woe to him who the offense cometh by. So, you know, if the Lord uses you, it's, according to the Paleo Hebrew, it's Yahushua.
Yahushua.
It's Yahushua. Yahushua.
Yep, that's the Lord's name,
yeah. Do we have it?
Yeah.
And Yahweh. Well, it's Yahweh.
Yeah.
God,
That's
the Most High. Yeah.
You wasn't created.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Well, the U is not even in the language. They're in the original language.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. It's the Heavenly Father's name is Yahweh and the Son's name is Yahushua.
Yep.
There's no within the ancient Paleo Hebrew.
The Hebrew, yeah.
There's no E's, there's no U's, there's no O's.
Right.
Yep. No J's.
No J's. Definitely no J's.
Yeah, I mean, when you go into it, you know, the letter J was created in the 1600s.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, between 1500s, 1600s.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tricino, I believe.
Yeah, John Tricino.
John Tricino.
Also,
yeah.
that false image.
Stylized I, right? They changed it from an I to a J.
Yep, that's also.
Yeah.
Bunch of people down there in the deco. Doing a bit of mix. Free food, free everything. What's the word of God down there? People.
All right.
Down there.
Man.
We might go check them out. We might
Yeah,
go check
we
them
might
out.
check them out.
I might as well set up down there where they can hear you. The word of God should be heard by every ear, no matter if they like it or not.
God,
Yeah,
yep.
That's one thing.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Now we got what did I call for?
You call for something in the book of
From men of
Psalms.
this world, I believe it called Esau a rod, a weapon, the Lord's weapon. I haven't brought that scripture out in a long time. Yahushua, the name.
Oh, yep. Heavenly Father's
Yahushua.
name is Yahweh.
Yahweh?
Yahweh, his son's name is Yahushua.
Yahushua. Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Yahushua. I've been talking else like a
Yeah.
But yeah, if you got it.
Yeah, I'm
So
still
the scripture
looking
calls and this will be the last two scriptures, if I can find it. It calls the men the Lord's rod, roughly paraphrasing.
Oh, Assyrian rod of my anger.
No, not that.
Oh.
It's in a psalm somewhere.
in the book of Psalms in the,
Men. Men of the world. No, that's not that. Men which are thy rod. Men, rod. No, that's not it. No. Get Psalm 17 in the meantime.
Psalm 17.
Yeah, and oh, right there. I'm looking right at it. Psalm 17. Yeah.
Start at the top.
12.
And 12. This is the book of Psalm 17 and 12
Well, start from 9.
and 9. It says, "From the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about, They are enclosed in their own fat, which with their mouth they speak proudly. They have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth.
So it's twofold. Back when David was fighting the Philistines, the different Canaanites and all that, and now, you know. So it's twofold. Right?
Yep. It says, verse 12, like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. Arise, arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Yep, that's Esau's the sword of the Lord. The wicked is the sword of the Lord. All right, so that's how we were punished. All right, and then you got women. They always trying to tell us what to do and shit. They got this superiority thing. They when in public too. But women, but in particular, people in general, but women in particular, they always have this thing where they have to protect men and tell them what to do because we're inefficient, incompetent. You know, especially the black woman. They have to take care of us. They got to show us the right way, nurture us, and all that.
Apparently, we just have no idea what we're doing.
Where at? What do you got to do?
We the ones teaching her the true names of the Lord, and she's telling us what.
She's giving us a spot to teach her.
Yeah, giving us a spot to teach.
Food and barbecue and shit. Like,
man, it's like because them jakes ain't
right,
looking for the word. You see how quick them jakes turn when she said there's free food over there?
Yeah, and that's how they're going to get the chip in your in the people's arms. Because they're going to have free food when people starve.
Why don't you go up to them and be like, it's men of the Lord teaching. Go, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, tell them to come to us. Tell them to come to us and, let's see if they really want to hear us.
Yeah, let's see if they really want to hear the word of the Lord.
Right.
Yeah.
If we just go there and put ourselves out there, in front of their faces, man, that's not what the Lord.
They're going to have a full stomach, barbecue sauce, chicken, bread, they're going to be like that.
Rib sauce
on
their fucking They don't hear you Howard shot.
Jake wearing all black with ski masks with them gloves.
Yeah, fucking
looking like
on.
Suspicious.
Yeah, it was wearing, you saw say that with the exercise clothes.
Yeah.
You saw Jake with exercise clothes on, he just scared. Shit. It's gym clothes. This is a term they use. Jogging clothes, tennis shoes. Yeah, again, so this word ain't for everybody. They ain't ever going to learn that. So that this word is not for everybody, but they'll learn that when the time of Jacob's trouble come and they're not getting help from the prophets. They got the power.
Yeah,
right? And that's when they're going to learn. But right now they think the word is for everybody.
Yeah, they think the word is for everybody.
Yeah.
We really don't know her true intention because the brother was talking about mentioned something about Jesus, like yup, and then when we mentioned the true name, she made it seem like she knew. What
yeah, she's like
about.
On it.
She knew parts and bits and pieces of it because she knew about the 1500s.
She knew a little bit about the history.
Yeah, so she obviously been following somebody.
Yeah.
So
so she has some knowledge.
But our people they're liars too because Yeshua and all that they know.
Yeah, the Yeshua.
So they shouldn't be teaching the name with the U.
Yeah.
If they know that you ain't supposed to be there, they shouldn't be saying Yeshua.
So she knew that, but she still said
right.
That's
so it's confusion.
Name.
That's all we got to bring order today for confusion. If they're willing to listen. If they're willing to listen. And they got to come to us.
Yeah.
If we want to go over there, we'll go over there. If we don't, we don't. But again, we don't want to be around people cooking and frying chicken and shit. That's like, it's out of order.
Yeah.
Because they in a different spirit,
Yeah, because I've seen them same people who pastors teaching the word. She said, they got food. They went right over there. And they skipped past us teaching. So that's just
they don't give a shit anyway. That's the point.
Yeah,
they don't give a shit. It don't matter if we in the midst of 10,000 people. They don't give a shit. It's pointless for us to be over there.
Now, if we was out here on the grill and teaching the word, Jake would gather up easily.
We had a grill. Yeah, we had an open grill. We had chicken burgers and
burgers and fries
and shit.
Chicken and shit.
Steak. They stop and listen. They get a plate. They get a plate. Plastic forks and knives and shit.
Yeah,
brother, shalom, brother.
Yeah. It's like that one account where basically when I believe it was Yahushua, he was getting food, doing miracles and stuff. You only had Jay coming, just to get the food.
Yep.
I believe it was one of the accounts where they were doing miracles and stuff. Getting the food. You know, and you know, basically Jacob was just coming, you know, again,
In
like
fact, we
just
can
for the
find
food.
that. We can find that.
Yeah.
Find that account. You know, possibly what.
No, get Ezekiel 33. People are right above 33. Just above 33. So that people are still talking to the by the wall. Read that one, and then we get this account right here. So read Ezekiel.
Yeah, this is Ezekiel 33 and 32. It says, "And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not."
Yeah, they hear that words, but they do them not. So they're not really out here for to absorb the knowledge. They're out here just to hear a good word and then leave.
And you know
That's all. They want. Sometimes Jake want to hear a good word.
Yeah.
Then he just want to go on about their business.
Yeah,
you know?
like the old man who was here.
Yeah, he wanted to hear something good.
He was like, "Yo,
it's powerful, but he ain't gonna do nothing with it because he not in his right mind."
Yeah.
You know?
But then he just left, and we probably might not see him again.
Yeah, and he might forget everything we heard, you know, or he might remember it like in a nightmare or some shit, you know, and still won't do nothing with it. You know, that's how people are. They hear it, but they won't react to do it. They won't dance. You know, they hear the song, but they won't dance properly to the song.
Yep.
All right, continue. Continue.
Yeah, and it says, verse 33, "And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then they shall know that a prophet hath been among them."
Yep, the famine. That's going, the time of Jacob's trouble. That's going to bring a lot of realizations to Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel.
It is not, and it's not just Jake, you know, who just passed by. It could be Jake, you know, who knows about this truth, you know, who presents himself as an Israelite, but are in the truth for ulterior motives.
Right,
you know, it could be anything, you know, such as money, all right, women, all right. It could be anything. You know, it's not because you were sincerely trying to worship in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, all right, trying to get this wisdom and knowledge and understanding, all right. And that's how you know, because you got these certain groups who sell out, you know, that we was going into earlier, all right. You know, 501c3 covenants.
Let me try to use
and things of that nature. All right, we're not with that. All right, we with, you know, teaching the truth. All right, 100%. All right, and if you don't get it, all right, then you gotta go. All right, if you wanna, you know, you wanna be a part of the camp, all right, you gotta prove yourself first. All right, you can't just come up and be like Shalom and know the name of the Lord. All right, you gotta prove yourself. All right, to show that, you know, you're a sincere brother first.
626.
All right.
Put the flock was sent away because they were following.
What?
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, I think the scriptures. I believe the scriptures say roughly. Don't be too hasty to credit a friend or give someone credit.
Try and
all right. Now him coming up, he looked sincere, like he was getting the word.
He ain't understand half the shit we were saying.
Well, that's probably
not shit, but he ain't understand what we were saying.
You know,
he's understand certain bits and pieces,
but it's a lot of people like that guy. All right, 90% of people, they don't come back. You know, they'll come.
99%, not 90%. 99%.
Because the scriptures say, they hearing the lovely song, right? You know, we're coming, they're hearing the lovely song. We talk about the white man. We talk about Jake, all right, certain things. All right, they'll be like, yeah. But then when we say, you got to come out here and preach and come out here and get this knowledge,
dedicate your time,
dedicate, yourself to this truth. Jake ain't trying to hear that. He just, he'll just leave.
Yeah, I mean, and then let's say we start going to the, Leviticus chapter 11, basically the dietary law.
Oh yeah,
you can't eat pork, you can't eat shrimp, you can't get lined up.
You probably get quiet, you'll be like,
oh shit.
You can't be shaving your beard.
Oh, that guy right there, he probably just said yes to everything. He had to get the yes demon, the agreement demon on him. Yeah. That's a demon too. When you agree with everything, that's a fucking demon.
Then he took a step back to smoke a Newport.
Oh man, you guys are good.
Yeah, he is. Everything was like, great.
Damn.
Bust the old guy in the head. Yep. He just said, The base of men set the base man up on top of the lead. That's Israel do that.
Jake don't got a mind of their own. As soon as they see an Israelite, speaking a little bit of truth, that that's right. He be good in the IUIC or ISUBK. That's right. Yeah. No matter what they say, that's right, brother.
Yeah.
He be
That's
good at one of
right.
them camps.
That's right.
We
And
not-
we used to say that too. And we get that from my elders. The elders, we used to say that's where it comes from. But we don't really say that no more. That's
Yeah.
right.
But I'm just mainly talking about, just blindly just
Blind-
saying
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Just,
Zombified.
you just zombified. Like, you
Yeah.
programmed to just say that
That's
after you,
right.
after every
That's
sentence.
right. That's right.
Yeah, I mean,
how they
and
used
then,
to say it.
and then, even Apostle Gabar, Elder Apostle Gabar, he basically saying, hey, each year, as each year goes by, the ministry is maturing. It's
right,
evolving.
exactly. Yeah. That's right. You can say it then. I can say it now, but
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, because of course we get the breakdowns, of course, from the apostles, but we do our own research as well. You might be able to do a lesson based off off your own research. Things of that nature. All right, we're not a cult who just blindly follows our leaders.
Yeah, we're like the Church of Berea. We make sure, what our of course, what is being spoken is true.
Right.
Yeah, kind. And the elders and apostles, when I was first watching them, one thing I always noticed was for every breakdown they had of the scriptures, they always had proof.
Precept.
All right, always went back.
Scripture,
Always
right?
had a
Not just
precept.
like the
All right,
church.
always went back
Yeah,
to
they
the
just-
Greek. Always went to the
Hebrew,
etymology of the
yeah,
word.
Greek or the Hebrew.
All right, they didn't just say it just to say it. All right,
Right.
they got the proof, the evidence.
Right.
All right, showing they're well studied in what they say.
Right.
Yep, the scriptures say precept upon precept, line upon line.
Yeah, Isaiah 28.
To them and said, Verily, verily, I say unto you, ye seek me, not because ye saw the miracles, but because ye did eat of the loaves that were filled.
Exactly. So when Yahushua was doing the miracles, you only have people
6:26.
coming just to eat the food. They're
They lie.
yeah. So they were coming just to eat the food.
Spirits. Good.
So hey, just imagine, if right here, we basically had something going. We had like brother was
Open
saying,
grill.
yeah, we had an open grill.
Roasting
Flipping
vegetables
burgers
and meat
shit.
on it.
Yeah.
On it. Yeah.
That's exactly why we're against, these certain Israelite groups who come out with that unity spirit. Oh, we having a music video shoot and
Yeah, come out with a
grill and,
woman with
you
lawn
know,
chairs and shit.
Yeah, karaoke and just to draw people in that way. But they're not coming in for the word. They coming to have a good time.
Yeah, relax. It'll be a family
Relax.
affair. We're prophets, and that's not a family affair. We're prophets.
Yeah, we're out here literally at war. Spiritual battle.
Yeah.
We're not out here to have fun.
Person, yeah.
Or we're prophesying. It's really it's us like rejoicing. We rejoice to prophesy, but we're not out here to kick it back. What I'm saying? Chill.
Spirit of mirth. All right,
Yeah.
not in the spirit of feasting. All right.
So read that precept again.
This is the book of John 6:26. It says, Yahushua answered them and said, Verily, verily, I say unto you, ye seek me, not because ye saw the miracles, but because ye did eat of the loaves and were filled.
Yep. Go ahead, read.
It says, labor not for the meat which perisheth, but for that meat which endureth unto everlasting life, which the Son of Man shall give unto you.
Right.
For him hath Yahweh the Father sealed.
Yeah, we don't got no full stomach right now. We're gonna go eat after,
Yep.
'Cause, preaching burns a lot of calories and uses a lot of mental energy. So we're not out here to eat and cooking out and all that. We can do that after we're done. All right. So that's not the spirit we're in. We ain't in the cooking, eating spirit while we're preaching.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, yep, con. When you look at war, going to war, what I'm saying? What? Obviously, before they went to war, they were prepared. They weren't having fun. What I'm saying? They'll actually prepare themselves for that battle. And then during the battle, were they having fun? They took their family with them. What I'm saying?
Nope.
Nah.
Nah. Not bringing your children, your wife to come watch as you battle. You're not doing that, man.
Yeah, that would be completely stupid.
When the men, when they went out to war, they leave the wife and the children at home, all right, while they go out and battle. All right, that's the type of spirit you're supposed to be in, especially when you're preaching the highways and hedges. We're not gonna go to the where the party's at to go and preach. All right,
Exactly,
where the
yeah.
grill is at. All right. Oh, they having event at this park and this and that. Like, oh, we over here. We can. You know where to find us.
Yeah, and
we're not hiding. You know where to find us for the word, man.
Yeah, and also the scriptures say, to go out there in the place of concourse, chief place of concourse. So we're not gonna, so basically, the Lord set it up where people have to come to us. We're gonna have our own post. We're gonna have our own camp. We're gonna have our own basically place where we're gonna preach at. We're not gonna go directly, in
the
basically
vicinity where they at, where they doing demonic shit.
Yeah, exactly. If they want to come to us to hear the word, then they come to us.
Yeah,
they go to the sellers and buy. It says. Right?
Yeah, like
go to the sellers.
That woman made it seem like we're hiding or something like that. We're at a public park. Anyone could come through here and get the word, man.
Right, they already had one dude that was fed. Even though he wasn't in the right mind. So.
Yeah, you got people
scoffing
on
Market Street.
You got people scoffing on the comment board. We was at the Fairmount Park.
Yeah.
Saying that we preached it in the wilderness or something like that.
Yeah, same nigga probably in a dark room.
Yeah, dark room. Yeah.
In a dark room
on the couch. With his eyes fucking like that on the screen.
Yeah. That dude's probably one of them Instagram Israelites. Post a post. Post a 1 minute clip of men out here actually doing the work.
Oh, did you know Jesus is black?
Yeah,
Jesus is black. Like, you dumb motherfuckers, man. No shit. Everybody knows that by now.
Yeah, man. All right, you supposed to be the one. You supposed to, at least if you're gonna do that, at least have that be one of your clips, not a clip from the apostles and men, coming out actually, doing the work. All right.
The elders apostles call them cheerleaders.
Yeah.
It's cheering from afar, from a distance. Comfort of their own home.
Comfort of their own home.
Or their Wi-Fi, they pilfering off with somebody else.
Yeah, which, it's some brothers, they might wake up, a few months pass, they start uploading videos, but hey, comes a point where you actually gotta come out here, start preaching.
Right, you gotta come to a certain...
Yeah, and then even Elder Apostle Hart, he said, hey man, if 6 months between a year pass, and basically after you woke up to the truth, and you're not out here on the highways and byways, then hey man, the Holy Spirit isn't on you.